Hi, welcome to another episode of Healthy Cooking. I have my trusted assistant here today. What is your name?
Sophia.
Sophia. And how old are you, Sophia?
3.
3. This is my granddaughter. I don't know if you remember a couple of episodes before, I had another granddaughter. She was 2. She was the expert at cracking eggs, right? Mm-hmm. And Sophia is the expert at helping. So we're going to get started with, let me just lower this here. We're going to get started with a couple things here. Today we're going to make zucchini boats. Zucchini boats. This is my kind of recipe. A friend of mine had some zucchini boats. I looked at them, but she had different ingredients other than I'm going to make. So I'm going to make mine with vegetarian crumblers, okay? And I have my favorite seasonings right here. And does anybody know about zucchini, that it's not really a vegetable? I found out it's a fruit. It's a fruit. And do you know that this is the ovary of the fruit? This is the ovary. This is what we're actually eating. So I just thought that was a little interesting. And today I want to ask all the people who are out here if they would like to take a apple. They may do so. I got those at the orchard up on George Hill, the Cyber Orchard. Yeah, and so the zucchini is good with folate acid and potassium and vitamin A. So if you're short on vitamin A does not get stored. It doesn't excrete. It gets stored. I'm sorry. And so you don't want to have too much of vitamin A, but I'm sure that will not harm you. There are several kinds of zucchini. One is the green one, and one is a striped one. And of course, we have yellow, and I'm sure there are some others. It says that its ancestry is from America, although they too talk about Italy being one of the places that it really was well known. Okay, so, and it's low in calories, and that's why I like it, because I can make a whole meal with zucchini and some other things, and peppers and onions and garlic and other things, and make some quinoa or make some brown rice. And you know what? It helps you lose weight if you're interested in losing weight. So I'm going to go over here now, and I'm going to put a little olive oil. And believe me, I've had this olive oil a long time because I don't use a whole lot. But today I'm going to use a little bit more than I have. And we are going to now season up our these crumblers. We're going to season them up so that we can use them in the zucchini. And the second thing we're going to make is empanadas. So this is kind of a double thing. So we'll open it. And I'm going to move this so far away from you, right? What would happen to you if you got near it? What would happen? You could get what? That's hot, right? Mm-hmm. You could get burnt. Okay, so I'm going to have you help me. These are the ingredients we're going to use today. We're going to use a little bit of, you want to get 1 teaspoon of this, a couple of teaspoons of that? Can you do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. And you hand it to me, and I'll put it in the pot, okay? It's just like you're doing it. Okay. And I'm going to turn this, I turned it down because I didn't want to have the oil, the pot too hot. I have it on 300 now. So we're going to put a little bit more of that in there, right? And do you know what these are? What are those? You don't know? What color are they? What color is that?
Green.
Green. And I'm going to have you do it. You do it. Go ahead. Give me one. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Thank you. You know, I always talk about the importance of having children cook with you. Can you give me another one? We're going to use a couple more. Okay. Thank you, Soph. And if you notice what I did, I told her the color. I said green. And I ask her sometimes to pick out the colors. And that's how children really learn by, do you know what these are? By asking, don't say, give me that apple, or give me that. Give me the red apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you know what red is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty good with your colors. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of garlic, fresh garlic, that I cut it up last night, which was good. And you want to take another teaspoon? Let's get some more peppers, okay? Green peppers. Oh no, that's green too, but that's cilantro, right? Okay, thank you. Very good. So nice to have an assistant. And I'm going to chop up some cilantro. Cilantro is supposed to be very good, as I mentioned before, for keeping yourself calm and relaxed. And it adds so much. It adds so much to your flavoring of your food. So we're going to saute that up. Now, I didn't put any seasoning in it, but I've been using this once in a while. Bandia, and it's a complete seasoning. And if I can open it, that would be great. Let's see. Sometimes it's so hard to open up these containers. Oh, yeah, I have it on. I realized that I needed the oven. Okay. Thank you. I'm just going to put a little here. Oh, this is my trusty little measuring spoons, but I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to measure a little bit and put it in there. I don't really add salt to my food. There's enough in it. Most of the time there's enough in it. Just put a little in there, because even the processed foods have salt in it, so we don't need to overdo it. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of this. This happens to be Boca, and I found it was a little cheaper than the Morningstar. So these things are really good, and when you make them up with some seasoning and so on, it's a really great substitute for chopped meat. So I'm going to have more than enough here. So, okay. So we're just going to get those vegetables a little soft. Now you can add whatever you want to this. If you have some other seasoning you want to add to it to change the color, make it a little redder, even tomato sauce, you can do that. What do you think, Sophia? Think it's going to taste good? Do you like zucchini? No? Oh, maybe you'll like Grandma's. So we'll see. You like cheese, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm just mixing it around and it says to make sure you cook it well, probably because there's egg yolks or something in there, so you want to make sure you have it. Now, to be honest with you, probably just by itself it wouldn't taste great, but when you add things to it, that's really the key if you want to become a vegetarian. You must really spice up or flavor, I won't say spice up, but flavor the food so that it helps you make it palatable. Can you smell it?
Yeah, it smells fabulous.
Good. I used to have a friend when I lived in New York, and I'm just going to put a little bit more oil in it. Her husband never knew, but she made spaghetti sauce with this. And her husband, she said at night when he ate that, she never told him it wasn't real ground beef. He said, "Oh, Carmen, this is delicious. This is wonderful. I love this. Isn't this great?" And he never knew that it wasn't really, but it was because she knew how to use her spices, and she spiced it up, and it tasted great. So I have a recipe that I shared, I think the very first time I ever did the programs, and it's called Special K loaf or cottage cheese loaf, and it has a lot of different spices in it, and most people who are meat eaters who eat that really like it, and it's a good step. You know, you don't want to become a vegetarian overnight. You want to take it slow. So substitute this meal and substitute that meal and so on. Okay, so I have my zucchinis here. And I'm going to make my first boat. And I'm going to cut it right in half. And I'm not going to cut myself. I'm going to be careful, right? You got to be careful with knives. I first started cutting it out, but then I realized if I just take a spoon and not go to the edge, but just an inch or so up, then I can kind of scrape it out. And I do like to save it too. You could save it. You could put it in here if you want. And it's easy to come out. It's very easy. I'm going to put this over here. It's easy to come out. And you want to dig out enough of it so. I think I have a pretty good boat there, don't you think so? Yeah? Okay. All right, I'm going to put some in here. It looks like it's done enough. And also it's going to be baked in the oven. You see how it just fits in there so nicely. You only need probably 2 of these scoops. You might want to press it down. Baking it takes a little time for baking, but it might be done by the time we're finished. I don't know. That seems to be a pretty good oven. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this, and Sophia, I'm going to move this over here so that you can help me with this. What do you think? Okay. And we're going to put some tomato sauce, some spaghetti sauce on there. Can you do that very carefully? Okay. All right. Don't get it on yourself. Okay. You do that while I do the other one. Okay. All right. I'll have to get another spoon. Here we go. Ooh, you're doing a great job. Good job, Sophia. Scraping out the second one. And you know something? I'm going to show it to you when it's finished. Mm-hmm. And you can make yourself some rice or something with it, whatever you like, and probably even spaghetti if you wanted. And you're getting your vegetables, and you're getting protein, and what could be better than that? Okay, this one's just about ready. You want to be careful. You're using a knife. You don't poke a hole in the bottom. Sophia, that's beautiful. You get an A for that. Sophia's she's in Browning School right here in town, and she's in with the 3-year-olds. That's the preschool. She likes it. You like preschool? Yeah. Nice boys and girls there and teacher. Okay.
It's fun having friends.
It's fun having friends? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should say so. You know something? The friends you make when you're in elementary school are the friends you have till the end. I mean true friends. True. Mm-hmm. True friends. I have friends in New York where I grew up. You want to put some more in there? And we might not talk to each other for a year or two. And then once we talk to each other, it's like we never left each other. And they're such great friends. Oops. Okay, don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. We can always clean up. Okay. There you go. Very good. Now, you know what I'm going to do with this first one? Go ahead. You can keep going. I have one that's done here already, and I wanted to show it to you. I put regatta cheese on top. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Today I'm not putting the regatta cheese on it, but I just wanted to show you in case you were interested to see how it looks. And yeah, I'm going to put Parmesan cheese. Yeah. Parmesan, you can put whatever you want. If you have a preference, if you even like Swiss cheese on top of it, do your own thing when you're cooking. Don't take somebody else's word for it. You know what you like. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little of that, and then we'll put these in the oven, and hopefully everybody can have a chance to taste these. I hope they work. I hope they will be cooked. Takes a little while for them to cook, but if not, we're going to put those in and we'll sample those. So I'm going to just put these in the oven. Wow, this is some fancy oven. Okay, and let's see, I think I'll just put this over here. Now, we have the same ingredients for our empanadas. You know what empanadas are? No? Oh. Let me tell you, I'm going to put a little plug in for the school up the street, because on Fridays, especially in the winter, they make these empanadas. And all last year, I volunteered my kitchen for the mothers. My daughter, Lori, who you met before, her daughter was a senior in high school, and they were making these empanadas. They're much larger than these discs, if I can get it open. Okay. Okay, these are discs that are like this, see? They have papers in between them. And these discs are filled with things. You can put anything you want in it. I even thought this morning, apples can go in there. They come in white and they come in this reddish color. I don't think it has anything to do with the flavor. It's all the same. You fill this, and the boys and girls at the academy, Sterling-Lancaster Academy, filled them with the spaghetti sauce. It didn't sound so good, but spaghetti sauce and cheese, Parmesan, like the string Parmesan cheese. And then they put it in here, and then they fry it, okay? So I'm going to have to use my other, as soon as I fill these, and I'll take another plate here. As soon as I fill these, I'm going to have to put my other, I'll take my other frying pan, and we'll use that. Now, you don't overload it too much. You put about a little small scoop. Now, here is the key to these empanadas. And they're nothing more than flour and so on. You could probably make it yourself. Yeah, not a tortilla. No. It's not corn. It's not corn.
Okay, but like a...
I'm looking for my fork. I must have missed it.
Chapati.
This is the key to it.
Flour.
Huh? Can you see?
Chapatis.
Chapatis? No.
That's a flour.
Oh, well, that might be. I can tell you what the ingredients are here. Now, I fold it over. It looks like a, like you would buy a tart, apple tart. Oh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the corners, not the corners, all around it. And when I show it to you, you'll say, oh, yeah, I've seen these before. Okay? Like this? Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. So now what I'm going to do is, because you are frying at a high, with the oil at a high temperature, I go on the other side so nothing should leak out. That's not to say that sometimes it does happen, but what happens is if you have it on a high temperature and the oil, or this opens up, then you have a kind of a mess, So I'm going to make a couple of them. You want to give me one? Want to give me one? My assistant, isn't she doing a great job?
Very good.
She's very good. Yeah. Oh, you gave me two. One. Okay. All right. And then we'll fill them in a little bit. And I'll fold them over, and I'll do the same thing. There's a little sticking out. We don't want to have anything sticking out. And then we'll do that again. And that makes sure that they will be tight. I would encourage parents and grandparents to work with their children. Invite your children, your grandchildren to cook with you. Yes, they might make a mess, but you know what? They'll always remember cooking with you. My mother was the best mother in the world. The only problem with my mom is she used to say, "Oh, it's easy for me to do it. I'll do it. You know, move aside." And so I didn't learn to cook until, well, I'm not saying I never cooked or my mother never showed me, but I would have liked to have learned a little bit more. But I think she was a busy mother. She had, my sister and I were twins, and she had my brother who was very busy, so I understand. It's not always easy. You know, when you're trying to prepare meals for 5 people in the house and keep things going and work and do everything else. But I would encourage, yeah, you know. But I would encourage everybody to invite, and you know what? It doesn't even have to be your grandchild. Invite some nice little child that you know that maybe's missing a parent or didn't have grandchildren. As a young child, I befriended a woman in my neighborhood in Queens, New York. She lived to be 99, and I had like 10 years with her, and just sitting and talking. She was born in 1874, wow. And she told me all about Brooklyn, New York, and she told me, you know, about people and things, and you wouldn't think a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, 14-year-old would be interested, but I was so interested in her life, and I'll never forget that. And she was a very lonely person. She had a daughter who was not able to walk, and she was caring for her, and almost 100 and caring for her daughter. So maybe this is the last one I'm going to make, because we can split them in half. I don't know if everybody had lunch already. But anyway, okay, I'm going to do my last one here. And then what I'm going to do is, oops, some of the things I was trying to get out of it. Okay. Oh. What do you think, Sophia? They're good? Mm. See, I have a little bit extra here. I don't want to have that burn. So, and what I'll do is I'll heat the other up, and then I will see if I can get on to my other one. No, I may have to just empty this out, since it's hot already. Okay, let's see. We have this. I'm going to put this over here. Just take that out for a second. They're kind of loose. It's not sloppy, so I think I can just take a paper towel and just wipe it out. And then we can start with the oil. I will not use the olive oil in this. I have to use a little bit more oil, so mostly when we make the empanadas, we don't use olive oil. It'll cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, I use canola to fry too.
Huh?
Canola is what I use.
Yes, I use canola too, but this wasn't. Because I'll tell you why. Because I bought a lot of oil last school year, kind of donated it for the children in the school as they were coming to my house making them every Friday. So I kind of looked for other oils that weren't that expensive. Okay, I'm going to put the plug back in, and I'll turn it maybe to 350. And then I'll talk about my last dish, which is the bean dish. And I have a confession to make too when I tell you that. A little confession. Okay, That's good. That'll be fine. And in a few minutes, we will then put them in and fry them up, and we can taste them after. Okay, now, my beans. These beans, let's see. Okay, I cooked these beans up last night, and I'll probably have to just throw them in the microwave. What I'm going to do with these beans is something that I really haven't done before with the beans. And, but I happened to catch Rachel Ray on TV. Do you ever watch her show?
I like her.
I like them. I like all of the cooks, Martha Stewart and all. But you know what? They use so much cream, so much butter,
Yeah. Butter. Salt.
salt, and I don't use that. So there's enough sodium in the things that you know. But anyway, I took what she said and I changed it around to fit me. And so I'm not going to, you can put garlic and you can put mushrooms. I'm not going to put the mushrooms in. And let's see how it works today because I have this already going and kind of need to have 3 or 4 different things going. This is the vegetarian. What is this?
Triples.
We call it stripples because that's what they used to name it. But now it's called bacon strips, smoked veggie bacon with a crispy bite. I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take about 2 pieces, and my hands are clean, and I'm going to just put this in the microwave for maybe 30 seconds, just to warm it up a little. Believe it or not, I make bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches, and I like it with this. Yeah. So you can get it in the store. The ABC has it, which is the Adventist bookstore. And they have a lot of spices that you really can't get other places, so you should check it out. You can get a big a bag of oats and other things like that. It's right there on Sawyer Street. Okay, so I'm not going to put that in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little of the garlic in. Let's see, what did we do with our spoons, Sophia? Didn't we? Oh, here it is. Okay, we're going to put a little garlic. If I can separate it from everything else. We don't want any cilantro. Put a little garlic. And I've made it that way with a little garlic. Are you okay, Sophia? Yeah, good. Okay. A little, I've made it with a little garlic. See, there's just a little bit. And I'm going to put in a little crushed red peppers. Not too much, maybe 2 shakes. So as I said, I didn't try it this way before. So this is a total experiment. It's not coming out very much, so I hope I don't have too much. And what else did we put in here? Let me see. We're going to put, I wanted to mention this. Saffron. I went to buy saffron, and I couldn't find it on the shelf. I went to the service desk, and I said, can I have some saffron? Can you tell me where to get it? She said, oh, we have it locked up here in the closet. It's very expensive.
Definitely.
I said to her, oh yeah, how much is it? A little bottle like this, $13.99 or something, she said to me. I said, no thanks. I went back and I saw it in this section. I had missed it, and it was like $10. But it comes in very little strings of stuff. Have you used it? Yeah?
No, but it comes from the crocus.
Yeah.
And that's just
the
in the middle.
Yeah, so I didn't use it. I hope you don't mind. But we'll just try it like this, and I'll put it in there. And, if you need to salt it to your, for your taste, go ahead. And I wouldn't even hesitate to put a little cheese in it. I find that using a little Parmesan cheese on things, just a little bit, not a lot, brings a nice flavor to everything. You know, use it on potatoes, use it whichever, on anything you want. Okay, let's see. So now I think we're ready for our empanadas, Sophia. And you'll probably hear them sizzle. Oh, you know what I forgot? I left the bacon bits in there. The bacon. So I guess Rachel Ray can afford saffron, but Laura Krieger can't.
All she's got to
So,
say is.
so we'll have some other things. Okay. All right. This is a little crispy, but we'll put it in here. And you know what? I would like to have everybody's honest opinion on the flavor and the taste of it. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in it too, just to make it. Now, this can get very hard and crusty, but if you want it less, then don't put it in. I just put it in for 30 seconds. And I guess every microwave is a little different, you know. Some of them make the food a little harder, and some of them take a little longer. So I'll just mix that up a little bit, and I'll put a little bit, yep. Now you notice I really didn't put any salt in it. I'll just put a little, drizzle a little bit over it. And then I'm going to heat it up when we're done. I think that looks pretty good. I like to cook with color. Okay, now we're going to go back to our empanadas. And they're coming out very nicely. I'll show you when we're done. And all the ingredients inside should be heating up very nicely, so it's tasty. So you, as I said, you can, huh? No, I know, I'm so used to it. I think I have iron.
There's tongs
I
in
think
that
I
top
have
drawer.
asbestos fingers or something. Yeah, usually we use tongs.
Yeah, tongs.
And we really should use the proper things because, you know, you don't want to get hurt.
Right.
A burn is the worst thing.
I know.
Yesterday we were making cookies, right? What kind of cookies did we make? Remember?
Chocolate chip.
Yeah, we made chocolate chip cookies. And I had something grasping the pan, but the tray, and I did get a little burn. And one little tiny burn makes it very uncomfortable. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Give it a couple of more minutes, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up, and that should be ready. Now, when the empanadas are done, I'm going to put them on a paper towel, a couple of paper towels, to absorb any of the extra oil. If you don't have paper towels, use a bag. When you go to the supermarket, ask for paper bags. And I like to use those sometimes too. And that absorbs all the oil. Let's see, there's nothing in here. Okay, we can put this. Sophia, do you want to come and help me start the microwave? I think that's safe for you to do. Okay, I'm going to put it in for 1 minute. 1, 0, 0. Push start. Push that button. All right. Yeah, there you go. Let me know when it's done. You want to watch? Just stay right there. Okay. I think we're ready for our empanadas to come out.
Yeah, I watch it.
Go on the side, Sophia. Yeah. Go right on the side of it. Like here. And then you can hear when the bell rings, okay? Tell me when the bell rings. Okay, I'm going to shut this off. Okay. Yeah, we usually do use, I do use the proper utensils really when I'm doing 100 of them at once. And we have to do 100 for school. Okay. I'm going to put another piece of paper on the top.
Ring.
Ring? Ring, okay. All right, I'm coming right there. Okay. Should be heated up. Well, I think we're going to put it in a little longer. It doesn't feel. I'm going to put it in for another minute, and then it should be nice and hot. Okay, press it. Okay, stand aside. Let me know when it's finished, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's it. So we have our zucchini boats, and we didn't check and see how they're doing. No. The zucchini, I think it's better if you wrap it and then in aluminum foil.
So it'll steam.
Yes, yes. So when that's done, we're going to put this out. Now, is there any questions? Does anybody have any questions?
I want to ask about the boca. Is that a, it's a meat, but it's a vegetarian food?
Yes, it is. There's no meat in here at all. And I'm looking here to see what it is. It's soy protein.
It's soy.
Same as the others.
Okay,
Soy
I
protein. And it has, it contains gluten. If somebody has a gluten-free diet, this is not contains celery, diced onions, garlic powder, and spices.
Yeah.
Okay? All right?
So it's
And a
more
little
of a
sugar. A little sugar. Let's see how much sugar. Oh, it says nothing here for sugar. It has 0 for sugar.
Ring.
Oh, it rang? Okay, let's get it. All right. Okay. Oh, now it's really. You want to close the door for me?
Sorry.
Thanks. Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah. You have to hold the handle, Sophia, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to put this in for 2 minutes. You wanna press start? Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much for helping me. Yes, so
So
this,
it's more of a protein, it's all protein.
it's all protein, yeah.
And
All
then there's vegetables to flavor it, like onions and celery.
Yes, they have some in here. It says sugar, but when I check the nutritional facts, it doesn't show any sugar, so it must be minute. A minute amount that they're not even. Yes, so it's only 70 calories for half a cup.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So you
That's
can can use that with, tomato
As a
sauce.
base.
If you don't want this because it might have too much sodium, then make your own sauce.
Yeah,
You can
that's
make your
good.
own sauce. I have bought vegetarian meatballs in the supermarket. And I think it's a brand called Garden, and it's delicious.
Really?
It's delicious, and I have it with wheat pasta because since the last time you saw me, well, maybe the last show, I lost 23 pounds just by eating the vegetables and
look
a
really good.
little bit of maybe rice, brown rice, or couscous, or quinoa, which is a very popular thing now, quinoa. And it's
great.
very good for you and healthy, and I feel a lot better, So I just want to keep all this up, keep doing this, And so that isn't to say you should never enjoy something. I mean, don't feel like you're always depriving yourself. I would have this once in a while, but right now I'm kind of steering away from some of the foods, but it's a healthy. I'd rather have this than a hamburger. No, I don't eat hamburgers, but
Good.
I haven't eaten a hamburger since in over 20 years. And that was because, do you remember when they had that scare with the little children that ate the Jack in the Box many years ago?
Yeah.
Thank you.
At the hamburger place.
Yes, the E. coli outbreak.
God,
So,
it's not good.
Yeah, so I haven't eaten that, so. Anyway, well, I've enjoyed cooking for you, and I hope you will try some of these and try your own thing. Do it your own way. That's what I think is important.
It's great, thank you.
Okay,
very
thank you.
much.
And thank you, Sophia. I enjoyed it, having you here. Okay.